Hey, what's up, astrology nerds? I'm going to be talking about the new moon in Pisces of 2019. And just real quick, I just realized I'm wearing this shirt that my friend who is a Pisces got me for a show that we did together. And this is the actual Lincoln, Nebraska high school. He called them up and got a shirt from them because my character went to that school. That's a pretty dope gift. So Pisces, anyways, new moon in Pisces. So this took place yesterday. I'm just gonna make sure that today is in fact the 7th. Yes, it is the 7th. And we're still recording. Cool. All right, we're just gonna do this. So new moon in Pisces, 15 degrees. It was about noon, 12:04 p.m. here Mountain Standard Time yesterday. So right now the moon is actually conjunct Mercury, which is stationed retrograde at 29 degrees of Pisces. So it just feels right to talk about it. Bring it to everybody, bring it to the universe, right? Talking about what is this new moon in Pisces. So Pisces energy has to do with basically it's the last sign of the zodiac, and it's associated with we all kind of go back to the earth. We all go back, everything washes back to the sea, basically. Like Aries, we're born, we're here, we come into this world, we're a baby, we have a body. And then when we're Pisces, we dissolve back into the universe and we become one with everything again. So there's a lot of different metaphors this kind of works. This whole kind of new moon has to do with kind of like planting new seeds and subconscious goals, you know what I mean? I'm going to work on my inner emotions and my kind of state of being, but also my connection to everybody else. It's a universal connection. It's a connection to my fellow man, my family, my friends, individual, but also collective. It's everybody and everything. So it's this kind of emotional new energy that is being kind of sown, that kind of takes place over this next month. So yeah, what are we going to talk about here? Got a harmonious flow. We got, especially after the last month or so, little kind of friction going on with the new moon in Aquarius cycle in February. This month should feel easier as long as we can keep up with this Mercury retrograde. So anyways, what I have here and what I noticed as I was looking up this chart is that Jupiter is square to the sun and moon, which is the new moon together, and then Mercury, and then Chiron, which is shifted into Aries. So Jupiter is over there kind of pulling at these things, kind of blowing things up. Jupiter makes everything bigger. So what I've noticed in the last month, and I mentioned it in my Mercury retrograde video, people getting in fights, people wanting to say their piece, wanting to be heard, because, you know, Jupiter like square that Mercury, it's blowing up this need to express and blowing up this need to kind of like say your piece and say, you know, have yourself be heard. So I wrote blowing up communication. It's also bringing up past hurts. So it's also in our communication, we're also saying, yeah, well, one time, you know, this and this and that, so F you. You know, we're just bringing up all this past stuff that we're bringing to our current communication because of that Chiron energy, which I'll also talk about in a second. So then I also wrote, yeah, awareness of self and need for expression. So like there's all this stuff going on, and here's what I think about it, and here's this, and then, you know, we're just kind of all fighting. So I think this month we're going to be dealing a lot more with that emotional tide than all this stuff that the Aquarius season was kind of bringing us. Whatever. Anyways, so then within this new moon cycle too, we have the major energy shifts. I had already done a write-up about this on my blog last year about the planet Uranus, which is about revolution and kind of breaking the mold and being an innovator and kind of being futuristic and following your own vision of the world. Is shifting into the sign of Taurus, which has to do with personal value and my own money and my stuff and my this and my that. So we're reevaluating what our worth is in the next like 7 or 8 years. We're having this big kind of shift, and I'll put the link on with the blog post with this video as well. So also with that, we have Chiron, which has been in Pisces for a long time, the kind of wounded healer, the place where we are incomplete, but then as we grow up and learn our lessons, we become the medicine for others. So it's been in this kind of Pisces subconscious realm for the last, 10 years. I should have these dates written down better, but it's been a long time. And so now Chiron, the wounded healer, is shifting into Aries, which is about the self, the identity. So this whole new moon cycle is about and Mercury retrograde cycle, It's about feeling everybody's emotions. We're gonna have this like emotional influx coming in and out. We're gonna, I think, have maybe this realization of, you know, connectedness, where people are gonna start like having like these connections of seeing how we are all washing back to the ocean at the end of the day, you know. And we're going from this collective consciousness thing with this Chiron in Pisces to this, it becomes me, it becomes personal. What is my responsibility for this collective thing that we have kind of gone through? What is my culpability for that? You know what I mean? People I know saying like, you know, Americans just need to eat less meat and we could save the world. And it's like, not, you ain't taking my steaks. And I'm like, all we have to do is one thing collectively. And now that focus is going to be on what is my thing collectively? What is my part of the collective process? So I think this whole kind of month, I thought that Mercury retrograde was going to be crazy, and it still could be. But now that I'm talking about it, I think this month is like a cosmic reset. That's what I wrote down at the bottom of this. We have these major energy shifts going on. We have that Pisces connection to the subconscious, plus that Mercury retrograde. We're reevaluating everything. I wrote cosmic reset button. We're going to start realizing like we're all one person, one body, one element, one organism. And I think that we're hopefully going to start seeing something about that or living that or whatever. Anyways, that's going to be my meditation about it. I'm going to be connected to everybody. I'm not going to break down needless walls, or I'm going to, no, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break down the walls. I'm going to not have needless walls built up. I'm going to break them down all over the place, because Pisces moon cycle, Mercury retrograde in Pisces, it's about vibing off of what we're all doing together. So, and also spiritually, you know, it goes beyond that. It goes to like, what, you know, people's deep-rooted spiritual beliefs. You know what I mean? A lot of that philosophical stuff kind of lies with Sagittarius in the 9th house, but this subconscious inner beliefs, inner truths, but that are like sometimes even hidden from us. You know, these things start to bubble up, they come out. And with this Mercury retrograde, you know, they've been in fire and earth signs for the last couple of years. So this one's just going to be way emotional. Anyways, that's a whole list of blabbering. New moon cycle in Pisces, cosmic reset button. Let's get into it this March. Blammo. Boop.